Most of us think about morality in terms of two primary categories, right and wrong. If something is the right thing to do, then it's obligatory. If something is the wrong thing to do, then it's prohibited. But in between the obligatory and the prohibited, there's a wide range of actions, which we can call permissible actions. You can do them if you want to, but you don't have to. One reason why permissibility is an important category is that most ethical dilemmas occur at the border between obligatory and permissible, or the border between permissible and prohibited, between morally permissible and morally impermissible. For example, is it permissible for you to share some inside information with one of your friends? Or is it obligatory for you to rescue someone who's in distress? If you're only using the categories of right and wrong, you won't be able to think as effectively about these kinds of problems. But if you introduce the category of permissibility, then not only will you be able to think more effectively about moral dilemmas, but you'll also be able to categorize any action into one of these three categories: obligatory, permissible, prohibited. Let's just add one more wrinkle, and that's a distinction between morality and the law. Some things are morally prohibited, but not against the law. For example, breaking a promise is almost always morally wrong, but not usually against the law. The reverse is also true. There are things that are legally prohibited, but not morally impermissible. Going 1 mile per hour over the speed limit is against the law, but not really morally wrong. People often assume that if something is legally permitted, then it's automatically morally permitted, but that's not always true. And people also assume that if something is morally wrong, it should be against the law, but that's not always true either. So remember, ethics, and in particular, ethical dilemmas, are about more than just right and wrong. Think about whether you're dealing with the case of the obligatory or the permissible or the impermissible, and then think about whether you're dealing with a case of morality or a case of legality.